Hi guys, this is 2022 AMC problem 3, and we have this number theory problem here. So it says that when three positive integers A, B, and C are multiplied together, their product is 100. Suppose A is less than B is less than C, and how many ways can the numbers be chosen? All right, so with this type of problem, what we want to do first is factor 100. So we know that there's a couple ways to do this, and many of you might already know how to find like the prime factorization of 100 immediately. I usually like to do with um, even bigger numbers and numbers that I don't really know the factors of. I'll just split it into a couple of parts that I already know. So let's say you know that 100 is 10 times 10. Then from each of these 10s, we can split it into prime factors. So we're left with 2 and 5 and 2 and 5. So 100 should be equal to, so we have two 2's, 2 squared, and two 5's, 5 squared, right? So now we have its prime factorization. And this is good just to know what factors are a part of the number, right? So this isn't entirely necessary if you know all the factors already, but it's good if you have like bigger numbers than 100 as well. So in how many ways can three numbers, three factors of 100 be chosen? And we want to make sure that they're all distinct numbers, right? So we don't want it to be like 5 times 4, right? Since that would make this inequality true, since we none of these numbers are equal to each other. So we want three distinct numbers that multiply to 100. Now, there's a couple ways to do this. I think that um, this might be a little time consuming, but ultimately the way that you can really get all of the possible factors without, missing any. So what I would do is write out all of the factors of 100, which you can know that in order to find the number of factors of 100, you take each of the exponents of the prime factors, right? And you would do 2 plus 1 times 2 plus 1 is the total number of factors of 100. Okay, so since we know that there's 9 factors, we can make sure that we don't miss any. So we start with 1, and then 2 is a factor, 3 isn't, 4 is, 5 is, and we know that 10 is, which is our middle factor, right? Since we have 9. And now from then on, we know that 5 times 20 is a factor, 4 times 25 is a factor, and then 2 times 50, and then 100. So that's 9 here. Now, let's find the number of triples, right? So we could have starting from like the low end. So let's try to build them with first our smallest numbers possible. So let's start with 1, 2, and we can do 50, or 1, 4, and 25, or 1, 5, and 20. Now 1, 10, and 10 doesn't work since there's two 10s, so that's no longer distinct. So we're done with our ones. Let's look at 2. Let's do 2, 4, and 2 times 4, that doesn't work since that multiplies to 8, and 100 isn't divisible by 8, so that doesn't actually work. 2, 5, and 10 works though, right? 2, 5, and 10. Now going up, that doesn't work anymore since 2, 10, then another 5. So that's the same triple. So 2 is out. We could try 4, 5, but that doesn't work as well since that would be 4, 5, 5, which is another repeated number. And then 4, 10 doesn't work. So from then on, nothing works, right? We could, since we've used up all our 4s, we can see that 5 wouldn't work either since 5, 10, and back to 2. So after this, all of our numbers are already too big. We've already used all of our smaller numbers. So it's just this set of 4. So our answer should be E. All right, let's check. Yep, answer is E. All right, thanks, guys.